Good evening students. Today we will discuss about hard water and soft water. What is hard water? Water that do not form lather or foam with soap. So when we used to wash clothes with that type of water, hard water, what happens? You will find very less amount of lather or less amount of foam. So that is hard water. And why it happens? Because there is some salts like calcium and magnesium salts which are soluble in the water, so this does not allow the water to be forming the lather with soap, and it is like you have to remove the hardness of water, only then it is suitable for use. So opposite of hard water is soft water, where there is no such soluble salts present. There is foam formation in adequate amount. And next we are going to discuss about the types of hard water. So there can be temporary hardness, there can be permanent hardness. Two types of hardness, temporary and permanent. The temporary hardness is basically due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonates. So magnesium hydrogen carbonate and calcium hydrogen carbonate. So due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonates, water becomes temporary hard. And for permanent hardness, the chemical compound that is present in the water are what? Magnesium and calcium chlorides or sulfates. It can be magnesium chloride, it can be calcium chloride, or magnesium sulfate or calcium sulfate. So this thing is very important, the difference between permanent hardness and temporary hardness. Why permanent hardness occur and why temporary hardness occur. Next, we are going to study the removing of hardness of water. First, we are going to discuss about the permanent hardness of water by one method that is treatment with washing soda. Washing soda is also called the sodium carbonate. Here if you see magnesium chloride, which was the salt that was present in the permanent hardness of water, plus sodium carbonate. You have to treat that water and in the presence of sodium carbonate, and what happens, that sodium carbonate will react with that particular salt, that is magnesium chloride, and it will form some substances which is no more soluble in the water. Here one thing you have to be very clear, that whenever something is soluble in water, no, you cannot separate that substance from the water, right? If I'm saying that if you are dissolving the sugar in water, you cannot separate the sugar from the water. But if it is insoluble, then you can filter and you will get that substance, or you can purify the water, right? So if you mix sand plus water, what happens? You can filter the water and you will get it, right? But in case of sugar water, in case of juice, you say you cannot separate the sugar substance and the water, so that becomes hard. Therefore, since the soluble salts are very difficult to separate from the water, but one thing we can do is that we can make that salt insoluble in water and we can filter it properly, right? So that way is possible. Now, how we can make that salt insoluble? How we can make that salt insoluble in water so that we can filter it? One easiest method is by treating with sodium carbonate. So when sodium carbonate will react with magnesium chloride, you will obtain magnesium carbonate. Okay, this carbonate is means bonded with magnesium, and sodium will bind with chlorine. You will get sodium chloride. Sorry, this formula is wrong here. It will be NaCl, there will be no 2, sorry. Okay, so it will be NaCl, sodium chloride. So now whatever magnesium carbonate is produced, no, so that is what? Insoluble. Okay, so that becomes insoluble, means it is visible at the bottom of the glass, right? And now you can filter it properly, you can remove the magnesium carbonate, and sodium chloride is a salt, you can distill it and you can remove the salt particle from water very easily, right? So this is the basic concept. Once again I'm repeating, the concept is that something is soluble in water, that is why you cannot separate. We can separate that substance if we make it insoluble, right? And we have to do certain reactions to make it insoluble, and that insoluble particles will be visible at the bottom of the glass, and we can filter it and remove that substance, and like that we can obtain the pure water, which is the soft water. We can use it for washing, we can use it for drinking, and it will form a good lather, it will form foam with the soap easily. Clear? Next, again, you know that magnesium sulfate can also be present in case of permanent hardness of water, right? So if we take the sulfate, if we take magnesium sulfate, you will get magnesium carbonate, which is again insoluble plus sodium sulfate. Now you see here we have talked that there can be magnesium chloride, there can be calcium chloride as well, magnesium sulfate and calcium sulfate. Here I have shown only two reactions, but the reactions are similar for calcium chloride and calcium sulfate. So if it is calcium chloride, you follow this reaction. If it is calcium sulfate, you follow this reaction. In place of magnesium, put calcium. Here also you have to put calcium. Here calcium and here calcium. So the products will be same, but magnesium can be replaced by calcium. Okay, so you can write the reaction by yourself.